whoever couldn't make it, we will share this with them. Okay.
Ruslan, I have made you host also. I have started the recording and made you host.
Okay, let's see. Excellent, excellent. So guys, you there, right? So we have a couple guys only 2 guys have joined this session, right? We have Harshal and we have Praveen. So Harshal, I didn't hear you today. You there? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashwar
Who-
is there. Parveen,
oh,
are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Good morning, all of you.
Yeah.
oh,
Good
okay.
morning.
Excellent. How you doing, Praveen? Where are you calling? What area in India are you calling?
I'm calling from Pune, Maharashtra.
Excellent. And you, Harshal, where are you calling from?
Calling from Hyderabad, Telangana.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we have multiple different areas and locations in India. Okay, so we can start. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes,
Very good. So very quickly, I just, wanted to give an introduction because it's a big difference of who is training and who is guiding and who is teaching, you guys. Obviously, there is a lot of institutions, a lot of trainings available on the market in India in particular, where everybody trying to teach each other, right? So that's why it's very difficult to make a right decision, okay? Where to spend money and where, not only money, it's not about the money, it's about your time, right? You're investing time. Yes, you're paying money as well, but you're investing time. That's the most important thing, right? So in order for you to make a decision, we wanted to just point out that when, the company who is specializing in testing services or a global testing services providers is training you, it's a little different from where, a particular training center or institute training you. And there are a number of reasons, and I'll cover those reasons a little bit later. But let me just, brief you just about QA Mentor so you will understand what QA Mentor is all about and what services we provide, so you'll understand how important, the automation is for various of different customers and clients, right? So again, my name is Ruslan Desyatnikov, founder and CEO of QA Mentor. We've been around since 2010, headquartered in New York City. We have 6 worldwide locations, and we have 312 employees around the world. We are CMMI level 3 appraised organization. We have a number of ISO certificates, such as 27001, 9001, 20000. Majority of our guys are ICQB certified. We also have our own test management platform, which we're utilizing, and we're selling this product to various of different clients around the world. Very sophisticated product, which goes multiple different iterations. And by the way, this is the application. One of the projects which you will build scripts is relating to QA coverage. So we'll have some of the scripts which needs to be built for the QA coverage, because we're doing lots of changes, and you will see and witness how to apply everything which you learned on multiple different projects. So there will be internal projects, QA Mentor related projects, and there will be external projects, which is real client related projects, where you get the chance to help automation team to work on their real projects for real clients. Okay, it's not fake, which you're automating, or some kind of simple dummy applications. You're gonna work on real applications. You're gonna work on tasks which clients expecting you to complete, or if you would work for any organization, anybody would expect you to complete those types of tasks and activities, right? So in our case, we wanted to simulate the real environment for you and replicate how it will look like and how it will be when you will graduate from this course. And I don't know if you're working, we'll find out today if you're working right now, if you part of the testing team right now? You're doing manual testing, or you just wanted to start your automation career? That's something also important for me to understand and for Amit to understand, because we wanted to understand whether you had any sort of previous background, not just in automation. We don't care about that, but in testing in general, because it's important to have some basic understanding. Okay, looks like Sahil is also joining us. So I want to ask you guys right now, and let's start with, let's me go. So Harshal, are you working anywhere right now? What is your experience in the testing field?
Yeah. So currently I'm working with Oracle India, and from last 8 years I'm working in QA. I have total 15 years of experience. So in early stage, I have worked as application developer. Then after move to functional, and from last 8 years I am working in QA. So most of my work in manual. From last 3 years work in automation. So I'm not doing automation, but I am preparing CSV files, like the rough script for automation team. So based on that functional keyword, they just automate what I want to automate my test cases. And then after once it completed test cases from automation, then I need to execute and analysis those cases. So this is my here based task.
Okay, very good. So you are in QA field for many years, so you very experienced. It just that automation never come across where you also have this development background, as you mentioned, right? So that's a good thing. So what language did you code it before previously?
Before I have worked for ERP application development. So I use Oracle technology, which D2K called Developer 2000 language
Okay.
for front-end form application development, and for back-end almost using Oracle SQL, PLSQL.
Excellent, excellent, very good, very good. So good profile, and it's very interesting. I mean, we were trying to understand because depending on the structure, because we have a lot of students, we grouping them based on the level of understanding. So some of the freshers completely have no idea about QA, so we tend to put them in a different group. Otherwise, professional guys who spend many years in QA, it will be a little difficult for them to catch up. So let's go to Praveen. Praveen, can you tell us about yourself? How many years of experience in QA you have, and whether you did any automation previously, or what's your intention to study automation, for what reasons?
Thank you. I have total near about 4 years of experience, like 3.8 currently. Currently, I'm working in Alivio Software Private Limited in Pune City. So I have currently I'm working as a fully manual tester in my current organization. But I have work on Postman and JMeter tool using for API testing.
Okay, for the API testing. Excellent. Very good. And is your company currently doing any kind of automation? You guys,
yes.
other teams, they automating using what? Selenium, Java, or any other technology?
They have started Selenium with Java.
Okay. Okay, very good. So you want to catch up. You don't want to fall behind. You want to also contribute, towards building the scripts, and that's the reason why you wanted kind of to invest in yourself and be able to get up to speed on the automation front, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, very good. Excellent.
My background is an electronics engineer, but I don't have any single bit knowledge about Java, so that's why I'm start with the beginners.
Sure, and that's not a problem. I mean, typically that's the course where we teach and we train somebody from scratch. No previous coding, programming, background, object-oriented programming background, Java background, absolutely nothing does not require. Very good. So thank you for the introduction. And we have Sahil here. Sahil, where are you calling from? What area in India?
Hello. Hey, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yeah, that's great. So I live in Chandigarh, in Punjab, basically. I hope you have heard of it.
Yes.
Punjab in India.
Okay.
Yeah. So my hometown is Punjab. Okay, and I work in Gurgaon, and basically near Delhi. So it's a capital of India. Yeah.
Absolutely. Very good. Excellent. And you're working right now as a quality assurance professional or no?
Yeah, I do have total of 3 years of experience in quality, totally into the quality analyst. I do testing of mobile and web applications, both Android, iOS, or React Native.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So currently, we are totally into the manual testing. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to automate my projects, which I'm doing on a daily basis. That's not that's not companies interested in, but I'm learning it by my own so that I can reduce my manual effort on a daily basis. So
Okay.
so that's my
Mhm.
main intention behind learning automation testing.
Very good. Very good. So you want to help yourself to be more effective, more efficient, and speed up your activities when it comes to regression testing or testing, and help out not only yourself but the company also to move quicker and faster, right?
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah,
idea.
absolutely.
That's a very good idea, and that's very smart. I remember back in the days when I started my career 23 years ago as a junior tester. At that point of time, there was a tool, and some of you heard, not really experienced. It was a WinRunner from Mercury Interactive. Okay, WinRunner tool. Have you ever heard about this? I mean, after the WinRunner, it was QTP, and after QTP, there was Unified Functional Test, UFT. But it started from the WinRunner. So I also was studying and learning WinRunner because I wanted to help myself to speed up, regression testing. And because we had over 1,000 manual test cases, and running those manual test cases all the time when we have a new release, it was not only boring but very time consuming, right? So I was specifically studying and learning. It was a different time. Right now, every job, everybody, when you have requirements to apply, everybody looking, and there is a special lines there. Automation knowledge is required. Automation, Selenium, Java is required. C# required. Python required, or enterprise level tools such as Test Complete, RunnerX, UFT. Depending on what types of organizations you're applying to, required, right? So everybody is looking for the automation. Now, whether they will be using automation, that's a big question mark, because everybody is looking for the automation, but not everybody have time to dedicate towards automation, right? So, but automation, obviously, it's a good skill to have, and it's very, very productive for your own benefits, because you're going to be more effective than your peers at work if you're going to apply this. Obviously, you will be more marketable, especially now when there's a lot of people without the job, and there's continuation of layoffs, and the Cognizant is letting people go, Tata is letting people go, Infosys letting people go, right? So who will be on the market? There is a lot of people will be on the market looking for the jobs, and obviously, people with diversified skills. And some of you, I heard, you understand API testing, which is a really great thing. But people with automation skills definitely will have a better preferences when it comes to a selection process. So if a hiring manager looks at the resume and they see, okay, one person has 10 years of experience, manual testing only, nothing is in the automation, not a single line of that person did anything automation, and then another person will have 5 years of experience, but he was doing for the last, or she was doing for the last 2 years automation testing, then 90% of the time the manager will go towards lesser experience on the manual side, but experience with the automation. That would be the selection. Okay, so you're not only helping yourself to operate quicker, faster, and be more productive, but you also kind of investing in yourself strategically for at tough times, which might be there, hopefully not, but we got to be ready for it, right? I mean, right now, what's the disaster happening in India, the spike is still not reaching the peak yet, and a lot of people are getting sick, including our employees. A couple of our guys got sick as well, in Chennai, in Pune, in Bangalore, So it's pretty sad situation. So you guys, doing the right thing. I don't care whether you will go and select us or anybody else. The right decision you already made. You want to learn this. It's important and it's demanding. And again, whether you will learn in QA Mentor from us, study this, or from some other organizations, it doesn't matter. What it matters is you will learn this and you want to learn this and you understand that it's important and you understand that it's without this skill, it's not going to be easy. I want you to watch some of my interviews. It's on QA Mentor website, qamentor.com. Couple interviews. I would recommend you to take a look. It's on the main homepage, qamentor.com. If you scroll down, there's 3 different interviews. So go through them if you will have time. And I talk a lot about the automation. Benefits, advantages, disadvantages, what people think about it, because we constantly supporting many customers and many clients. What I wanted to show you actually before we go into the scope of this discussion, I wanted to point out that we started the automation. We started this company back in 2010. But the automation we started next year after we started. So the next year after we started the company, we saw a huge need. That was back in 2011. Huge need from the clients in terms of the automation. Automation 9 years ago, 10 years ago, yes, it was started to boom. For the last 10 years, I witnessed automation maturity since the beginning, since I started my career 23 years ago, right? I told you with the Windrunner, right? And then it matured and I, learned automation. But I was learning at that time only enterprise level tools. At that time, there were no open source tools, to be honest with you. It was only enterprise level tools, very expensive tools, which everybody was trying to buy, especially Fortune 500 companies, banking industry, big banks, and others, right? So automation was, very, very important even at that time. But throughout the years, it became even more important. Now, one of the interesting thing is CIO Application Magazine included us in the top 10 automation testing solution providers back in 2018. And they evaluated our frameworks, automation frameworks, and everything what we've done as part of the automation. So a lot of things we're doing in the automation space. Almost 70% of our clients looking for regression testing automation, or at minimum API level automation, right? So everybody wants to speed up the cycle, right? And automation, it's a pretty big area, right? Many people looking for the automation just to do a health check. Some people wants to do a complete regression testing automation and convert their manual test cases into the automation script. Some others wanted to do API level automation. Some others earlier on wanted to do the unit test automation. which typically developers' responsibilities to do that, right? The backend database, file comparison, you know, batch validations. There's so many different types and areas which can be automated. Okay, so it's a big area. It's a big area. Now, the good thing is, and let me just show you what I wanted to show you. The good thing is that we have the services, okay? We serve customers and clients with the two services. One is the test automation framework design services, and another one is the QA automation tool expert services. All of those services specifically designed to help organizations and to help companies with the automation, okay? Not only say, okay, let's start automation, but really advise them whether they're ready to start automation, because not everybody is ready to start automation. Be able to calculate ROI, return on investment, to prove that the automation definitely will bring value to this organization, and many, many, many other things. So I just wanted to show you, before we go into the real meat of this discussion, I wanted to show you one interesting thing here. So what I want to show you, this service. So automation is so big, but it's not just all about scripting. Just look at this. There is a consultancy and strategy component into this, because you know, many organizations wanted to start automation, but their specific specific applications, you know, need to be evaluated. What technology will be the right solution for them? Because you cannot just simply take, you know, Java-Selenium and apply to any technologies. In certain cases, there are different technologies which will be most suitable, right? I mean, obviously, Java-Selenium combinations is very common, very popular nowadays, but is not their only solution, right? So from your perspective, you know, you need to understand, you know, how to select the right solution. We're going to talk about this during this class. We want you to understand how important it is also to calculate return on investment. We're going to talk about this in this class as well. I'm going to train this and teach you guys how to do this analysis, how to calculate return on investments when it comes to the automation. So that's a very, very important topic. You'll understand, you know, different types of tools on the market as well, and how to evaluate and how to really select without any unbiasedness what tools needs to be there. Again, not just say, oh, because I learned Java-Selenium, that's the best combinations out there, right? You got to be honest, and you got to be unbiased, and you got to be fair, right? There is multiple different frameworks, right? Different types of frameworks which can be built, right? Now, we going to train and teach you our own framework, which all of the automation engineers in QA Mentor are leveraging and utilizing and supporting our customers and clients. So it's not like somebody in school, you know, in the training school, they teaching you, you know, any kind of frameworks, right? They teaching something. We're not teaching something. We're actually teaching our own frameworks, which you can leverage, you can apply right away when you in your organizations or in the new companies where you will end up. You will say, look, I gained the knowledge of this framework, and I would like to leverage this and adopt this framework for this organization. Since you never had any frameworks before, you can leverage it, you can use it, and you know, I'm gonna train you on, because we train you, later on you will be capable of training somebody else, because you'll learn everything. You'll go through 4 months of very comprehensive study with you know, the best possible material which anybody can build and provide. We have a material which you will get lectures for every class, okay, which we're going over in details. Amit will, who is our senior automation framework specialist and architect, he will be teaching this. You understand? Not somebody who learned this, last year or year before, but somebody with many years of experience, playing different automation roles and positions in various of different organizations and building and setting up multiple automation frameworks, right? You're going to learn one of the demanding frameworks out there, which is Cucumber, okay, framework. Very, very powerful and very popular, and many organizations are utilizing it, okay? I mean, we want to train you, so if we have a position in the future and you don't have a job, you can apply to our position, and you will be accepted. Why? Because you learn our methodology, automation methodology, you learn our automation framework, and you learn, how we do things and how we support clients, because you will participate in the projects for the clients to build the application, to build the scripts, to convert manual test cases into the automation scripts. That's the idea. We don't want to teach only theory where you go for the interview and you'll pass the interview because you'll know that much knowledge, you'll have that much knowledge. But to me, theory is nothing. I don't care about theory. I care about your skills of building the right scripts, the right framework, following the standards, establishing scripts which are stable and not failing, establishing scripts that are easy to maintain and tune when certain things needs to be changed, right? That's what is the most important thing. You can talk about strings, you can talk about, arrays, you can talk about all of this great stuff, but it doesn't matter. You can pass the interview, it's okay, but what will happen after? You'll pass the interview and you'll start your job, and then you'll fail miserably because you'll have no idea how to build the scripts. And that's what's happening across the board. All the students calling us from different schools, and they said, Ruslan, please help us. We wasted $350, $400. We'll learn nothing. We cannot build scripts. We can build only basic, registration login script and nothing else. We just wasted so much money. What to do, right? Everybody is kind of, and I feel very bad for those students that they invested their hard-earned money, savings, and they get nothing out of this, right? So any institutes or training centers, if they said they're going to teach you in 1 month or 2 months, no way in the world that's possible. 4 months, well, still tough to do it, but we were able to do it. Not easy. You got to practice. You got to apply learning which you gain in class. It's not going to be just, I'm going to just sit in class 3 times a week, 2 hours, so I spend 6 hours. No, you got to study. We're going to give you a lot of homeworks. We got to give you a lot of exercises. We got to give you a lot of projects to do. You got to study. You investing money, you studying, you investing in yourself, you're spending that, 4 months. You got to come out after 4 months to be ready to pass any interview and to start any job, automation job, where somebody will give you manual test cases and you will be able to convert them into the automation scripts. And you'll know exactly what to do, how to do it. You'll know how to calculate the ROI. You'll know how to set up the framework. You'll know how to deal with Jenkins and run scripts from Jenkins. You'll know how to integrate into the source lab or browser stack to run automation scripts across different browsers and operating systems. This is what is important. This is what is requested out there, right? You will be ready for this. You'll know this, okay? Because that's what is happening out there. This is why we know this, because we support our clients. We're doing real projects. We're not making up stories. We support them. Lots of different projects we see. Not only in Java-Selenium, we support 6 different frameworks. We support enterprise level tools, Test Complete, RunRX, right? UFT, still many Fortune 500 companies, banking, financial institutions, they still have the enterprise level tools. They're not moved into Selenium or, you know, open source tools, right? So that's the thing. That's the important. That's why, you know, we different, and that's why we want you to learn. Not that we're gonna, you know, get rich from this $500. $500 which we're charging for the course is really nothing. This is not why we're doing this. I will explain you why we're doing this. We have, let me show you. We have 32 services, 32 services, which brings and generates revenue, okay? 32 services. Only one service out of this, it's called QA training and seminar services. We have our own QA university. I don't know if you saw all the different courses which we train and teach. So this is only one service. But the point and the reason why we have this service, because we want to train people for the future so they can work with us. Not immediately, right? I mean, we cannot guarantee that, you know, you're going to get the job right there, especially when you are working already somewhere else, right? But when you prove yourself, when you're going to demonstrate, when Amit will say, well, this student and that students are really, really great. They took seriously this lessons, this course, and they, you know, really learned a lot, okay? And they will say, and he will say, this is my recommendation. It will have the opportunity automation positions. You know, we should consider those students, you know, in the future. That's why we want to have the trainings. We want to train people for the future because we have those opportunities. We're growing. And at some point of time, if you guys will be interested, you know, to work with us, for us, we're going to continue working together. Okay. That's the idea. That's the, you know, why we're doing it. Okay. You know, we're not doing it to generate revenue or profit from this service because, as you can see, those charges, it's not, you know, it's minimal. For you, maybe it's you know, it's a big amount here, but this is not our primary business. Do you understand? We want to train you, so we're gonna help you to succeed. We're gonna help you during this tough time, during the COVID time, to gain extra knowledge and have on your resume, so you can be different and you can compete with the rest of the guys who are out there. You know, God forbid if you lose the job, hopefully not, you know, but you will feel comfortable because now you automation specialist. You're not going to do just the manual testing. You can do automation, and you can look, and people will consider you because it's not just, oh, do you know how many times I interview candidates and they said, I have 3 years of experience in automation, and I start interviewing them, and I said, but where is this 3 years? I mean, what did you do? You said 3 years of experience, but you cannot really explain me, you know, a basic thing. And then they start saying, well, we were running and executing scripts, or well, we were just changing the data behind the scripts. Well, we were just, you know, reviewing the results when the automation scripts runs. I said, but this is not experience with the automation, right? I mean, they said, well, but that's what we did, right? So, you know, if you say you have the experience, that means you know how to build frameworks, how to build scripts, how to calculate ROI, how to configure things and run things from Jenkins, how to integrate with the continuous integration tools, how to integrate with the cloud-based solutions where you can run on different browsers and operating systems. That's what you consider to be, I have experience with automation, okay? Not, oh, I can run the scripts. I mean, my daughter, 10 years old, she will turn next months. She can run the script. She can run the scripts and execute the script, and she can review results as well, right? So this is not what we're teaching. This is not what people claiming to have the skills for. Automation is totally different. Okay, so let's talk about I mean, I want to give you a chance to talk about the course and talk about the syllabus, talk about the different sections which we provide and cover during this, during this course, and how it's kind of divided. And then I'm going to take over after you explain, show a couple lectures, the slides which we have, just as an example, so the guys will see the material, the professionalism, how much time it took us to put this material together, to put those PowerPoints presentations together, and how much details it has, and how organized the course is. So they will see and they can compare with some other, schools or similar types of trainings, so they can make a decision. Okay? So go ahead, Amit.
Okay. So can you please make me host?
Yes, I can make you a presenter, right? So let me do this, and let me do more, and let me do make a host. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Friends, I am sharing my screen with you all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, friends. We have divided our this complete course into three parts. Uh, Java part, Java for QA, and then Selenium part, and then post QA. In the Java part, there are 15 lectures. Uh, all these are the PPTs from where you will get the reference, and then there will be projects which I will be sharing with you on the Google Drive after explaining you, right? So let's go into the PPT for inheritance, and I will show you that uh, what kind of thing it has, right? So this is the inheritance PPT, and see, and you can see that I'm covering class level inheritance extends, and then extends, method overriding, super keyword annotation, and this and super constructor call, runtime polymorphism, and instance of operator. So you can see that I am covering each and every topic, and then I am also explaining you, and then and we are running through examples and making you understand. My whole motive to this course is that the student understands. Uh, my motive is to make you understand, but yeah, it's very necessary for you. I'm opening any other PPT. It's very important for you to do practice, because teacher can only make you understand, but it's your responsibility to remind the things, right? So let's see list and set interface, how I have covered it. Important method for collection interface, and array list, and linked list interface, and generics and set interface, has set, linked has set, preset, and quiz, and then you will also get some homework to do, right? So okay, now we will come to Selenium lectures, and I'm opening weights in WebDriver. Uh, Similarly, you can see weights in WebDriver. There are Selenium lecture weights, weights, implicit weight, no such element exception, sub interfaces of WebDriver, explicit weight, until method and fluent weight, expected condition class, explicit methods, verify page title explicitly, quiz, and then homework. Friends, I would like to tell you that this kind of material is very rare and nobody teach. Nobody takes so much pain in teaching the student because I have also experience, and according to me, 95% of the institutes are business minded and money minded. They don't care about the students. And then the post Selenium part. So we have Cucumber, Grid, Jenkins, Maven, and Form page-based model. All these will be covered in our syllabus. So I will just go to Form, Cucumber and show you one PPT for Cucumber, right? So what we are covering Cucumber examples table and the singleton pattern. So you can see that it's Cucumber examples, tagged examples, shipping charges, feature I have discussed with the example. The null pointer exception, why does it come? Then singleton pattern, then single WebDriver instance in application, then Cucumber, how does it work in singleton mode, and then quiz and homework. So I guarantee you that all of this course, we are covering uh, all of the syllabus. Each and everything from this syllabus will, if you will give your cooperation, this is pre-Selenium Java, and this is Selenium, and then after that post Selenium parts. Each and everything, I guarantee you that you will be having, if not mastery, you will be good at it. You will be good at it, but uh, along with your cooperation. My cooperation will be with you. I will not deny. And then after the lectures, previously, anything more, Ruslan, which you would like to tell me?
No, I think this is great examples, and this is, we will show you a couple, lectures and the content of the lectures, and the homeworks, quizzes, exercises, the real projects, there will be everything, as part of this program, right? Now, guys, so this is good. I think that's good enough. So guys, we opening this forum, floor for questions. Please ask any types of questions. We have this 15 minutes left. So we want to address any types of questions which you might have.
Yeah,
and don't be shy, ask questions, anything which you want to know, or, to make your decision, or you're probably shopping around in different places, you're looking, feel free to ask any types of questions, we
yes,
will.
sure.
Yeah, thank you. So the first question is regarding automation. So right now I have completed in career 15 years. So how it will help me? First thing. Second thing, why I need to go with the specific language like Java with Selenium? Is there any another options, like, because lot of different combination boom in market, like Python and different thing. So
Yeah,
why Java? Why not Python? If Python, then what kind of like Selenium or different kind
right,
of combination? So how it
right.
will help me?
Ruslan, I will answer this.
Okay.
Uh, mm, okay, actually, Harshal, what it is that Java is a kind of language which is very rigid in OOPs, and it follows all the concept of OOPs rigidly. Okay, For Python, first of all, the Selenium API, you can do work with Selenium API in several languages like Python, Ruby, JavaScript, and PHP. But all these languages follow the OOPS concept and are also can be written without a class. So, what I will say is that when you will learn Java from me, or the way I teach you Java, these languages will not a big thing for you. You can learn it or you can work with it if the requirement rises. If the requirement rises, but Java is most popular and 90% of the companies are using Java. But still, if the requirement rises and you are asked to do work in Python or Ruby, you it will not be a big deal for you. This challenge can be worked in 15 just 15 days after this course. Yeah.
Okay, I got your point. But the still question remains. Suppose if I have learned only Python, so may I go later with Java?
uh, Friend, I will say that yes, you should go with Java, because learning Python is a easier thing, learning Java is a difficult thing, and after learning Java you can work in any other language without any coaching. It will only be a matter of 15 days for you, not you don't have to take coaching always.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Parveen?
Again, for the part nowadays, and that's the almost every company, because the Java Selenium is the open source technology and it's very popular. Everybody is inclining towards that. Now Python, yes, there are shops with Python, there's shops with C#, there's shops JavaScript, which you can also do. But if you will do a survey, worldwide survey, you will see Java Selenium. This is what is the most commonly utilized technology out there when it comes to the automation. We're not saying is the best, or if you would compare Python with Java, it's two different separate languages, but they both powerful, right? They both powerful. But we train, and we decided to train, specifically Java with Selenium, because that's the most demanding combination out there. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Yes, Parveen.
Yes, Amit, I have. My question is to our CEO. They told you will learn our own frameworks. So it's a open source framework or paid framework?
Correct. No. It's I mean, the framework is we never sell the framework to any clients. We deploy it free of charge, and then we build the scripts based on that framework, right? So we're gonna train the framework, which is obviously yours to keep, based on that framework, the structure, the techniques which are part of it. You can leverage and you can utilize this in your organizations as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
Java Selenium frameworks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And another one question: how many people in our batch? If you consider 10, 20.
So we tend to keep the courses not like many others. They try to get as many people as possible. We want you to learn things. We want instructor, which is Amit, who is my Amit, to spend time with you. So our classes typically, somewhere from 6 to 10 students. Sometimes it's more, but we don't like to have big classes because it's impossible to support and impossible to achieve really good results. So we
Okay.
tend to have smaller classes,
Okay.
just for you. not the opposite, where everybody wants to have 20, 30 people in the class, and then it becomes a disaster.
Okay, and my one more question is it's a financial related. Uh, Currently, it's a personal question. Can I ask here or can I share it offline on LinkedIn?
Share it offline. If it's a personal question, share it offline. Now, in
Yeah.
terms of the financial, again, we try to make this course, uh, from the course perspective, very reasonable. I mean, in 4 months, with the material, with the training, with the support, with the guidance which you guys get, it might be a little bit more expensive than what you might find somewhere else. Maybe somewhere else you will pay 350, 400, maybe. Here it's slightly more expensive, but it cannot be compared to the knowledge which you will gain. And we want to make this affordable because you can pay, not everything at once. You can pay every month. We can make this easier for you because we know how difficult it is, but you guys would be able to, pay, let's say the program is for 4 months, you can do this in 4 installments. We'll take that as well.
Okay. And when we start a new batch, like for Selenium?
It's all depends. It's all depends. Depends on, we're trying to group people together, as I said, into the proper groups. I mean, some people have some timing issues. It's always impossible because we serving not only India, we're serving the entire world, right? So we have students all over the world. We have students from 26 different countries in the world, right? So it's all depends. We can start as soon as possible. So, if we have, upcoming batch. I mean, we started already batch, and, we can add students there. We started this week, and we started last week, and we'll start next week. The batches are starting all the time, because there's a lot of demand and a lot of people wants to learn, and, it's impossible to cover all the people, right? So we want to structure it. The goal is we don't want to put people who are not familiar with QA with the people like yourself, like experience. All of you on the call have 3+ years of experience. Some of you have 10+ years of experience, right? But that's great. But the junior person, if I would put, it will be very difficult for that junior person. And then you don't want to kind of this junior person will slow you down as well. So it's very important for us. That's why I spent time today to find out about your background, about your experience. That was very important, right? And we write this down. So that's the thing. But we can start as soon as you guys are ready. We can start. And we're starting batches almost every other 2 weeks. We're starting batches. So if you're not gonna do it this time, you're gonna do it next time. But we have plenty of batches scheduled.
Okay, I'm ready. When we're starting new batch, then I will be ready for that.
Okay, very good, very good. Now the timing typically is this time when we started 1 hour earlier. I know it's a little early for you guys, but we're doing this for the most part because many students, especially in India, they requested because they started work a little bit later. And for that reason, they start this and they will study before they start the actual work, right? So that's a good timing, usually 2 hours, that's the lecture. So, Amit, from what time? From 7:30, I believe, till 9:30, that's where we're starting, correct?
Yeah, we can also ask from other students, and Sahil is also raising his hand.
Okay.
Yes, Sahil, go ahead.
Yeah. So I do have like only one question. The PPTs which you have shown us that you will be covering in the entire course. Oh, I have one question here. Will be covering only PPTs or will be doing a live coding session as well?
You will be doing live coding session only. These PPTs are only for your reference, so that you get a better insight. But I will be teaching you from the live sessions, from the live coding. and you will also be asked to do live coding.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
cool. So I hope our homeworks will be properly assessed and will be like given feedbacks.
Yes, every time. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, it's always for the homework.
Okay, okay. So Amit, you will be our instructor for the whole entire course.
Hmm.
Yes, and I'll pop up on some of the special lectures as well and train. Not all, obviously. I don't
There
have
are
time.
also tests and assignments within the course. Like a completion of Java, you will get a Java test.
Okay, cool. Um,
But
thank
don't
you.
worry, the
Yeah,
things are going to be very interesting, but hard work is always there.
yeah, yeah. Right. Thank you.
Sure. So anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? No questions?
Sahil?
So if that's the case, then we'll end this session. I really appreciate you guys. Came in and listen what we have to say, and we listen to you as
Hmm.
well. You guys have to go back and think, and continue doing your homework. And if you decide, you can reply back to the email, and we're gonna enroll you in the course, and you guys gonna start. If you're not ready now, we can start later on. If you're not ready at all with us, then I wish you good luck. And you have to select the right training institute. That's very important. But you have to feel comfortable with who you're going with. You have to trust people, right? Who you're going with, and that's the thing. I don't want to convince anybody. You have to make your own decision. You have to make your own homeworks. You have to read about QA Mentor. You have to read about the company, who will train you, and education, and other things, and then you have to decide for yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care. I know tomorrow is for you. So it's a holiday in India, right? Is it a sort of a holiday across the board, or it's only in certain areas?
It's
No, no,
all over India.
all over India. It's Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti today.
Very nice, very nice. So happy holidays, guys. Enjoy, celebrate, and all the best. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. I am ending the meeting.
Yes, please.